Hey VC, Chad here doing a Gimme 10, jumping on this series that Fred and Chris, actually I believe Chris is the one that started this series, and Fred, this is back to the 2000s. Been watching this, really enjoying this series that these two guys are doing, two of my favorite VC members, and at the point in the series now they're at 2005, and for those of us of a certain age, this is sort of a trip down memory lane. I grew up listening to a lot of this music, and just thought I would hop on, vibe with them, show some records that I had from 2005, and just join in on the fun. So yeah, couple things, and I've actually got a lot of different stuff than actually they showed, but I'll show the one thing that they both showed to start out the list of 2005. Sufjan Stevens, Come On Feel the Illinois, or as it's known, Illinois. This is Sufjan's album from 2005, his second album in the long rumored 50 States project that, of course, is not going to actually come through with. But this album is just timeless. This is Sufjan's best record by far. It sounds, what I mean by timeless is it sounds like it could have been made in 1960, 1970, even the 80s or 90s. This sounds like it could be made anytime. The instrumentation is just so lush. The songwriting is so great and passionate. Just an absolutely wonderful album. And Fred and Chris both summed up the album really beautifully. So yeah, that's one that they showed as well. Couple of CDs. I had two CDs here to show from the year 2005. Sleater Kinney. This is The Woods. I would like to have this on vinyl, but a vinyl version of this I think goes for quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. This is from 2005 on Sub Pop. My version here is, I bought it used, so it has a lot of old used stickers there. Of course, Carrie Brownstein and Company. 2000s punk, I guess you could call it, punk revival. Sort of, I wouldn't say Riot Girl, but you all know what Sleater Kinney is. This is just a fantastic album. Great songwriting, great hooks. I really liked the one before this. I can't remember what it's called, but this is a pretty solid offering from the band. Very consistent. Another 2005 album. This is the only other CD I had to show. This is Sigur Rós with, I believe it's called Tack. Really great offering from Sigur Rós, which is another band that is remarkably consistent with their offerings. And I think this is one that is often overlooked. I'm assuming this is on vinyl, but this is a really nice package, very thick. I don't know what that is. Very thick cardboard, cardstock. Really great album. Sort of moving away from the post-rock, loud, quiet, loud dynamic, and much more just melodic and beautiful harmonies, beautiful orchestration on this one. Really great. Getting back to the vinyl, these are next pieces or things that Fred and Chris didn't show in theirs, but I think were also real big highlights in the year 2005, and their lists were just fantastic. I wish I had a lot of that music on vinyl. It was just really great stuff they both showed, so check out their videos. This is The National with Alligator. I first got caught on to The National in the year 2005, and it was The National had a song from this album called Mr. November on a Mojo comp. I was reading Mojo magazine a lot at the time, and that song really stood out to me. It was the first time I'd ever heard of the band. It sounded like Leonard Cohen fronting a current band, a current rock band or something. It really kind of blew my mind, the guy's baritone vocals. And I love the lyrics to the song, just the feel of the song, and the drums. It really hooked me in. I've listened to that song so much that I actually went out and checked out the CD without any hearing any of the other songs, and really like the song Secret Meeting and the song Able. This is on Beggar's Banquet. The National, for me, that they've never really made a perfect album. In the VC, they get a lot of love for their album Boxer, which a lot of people consider to be their best. I don't know, I'm always kind of partial to this one, but I think that all their albums sort of have the same problem where there's just some songs that just pale in comparison to others. So I don't know if they've ever made a perfect album, but they made some damn good ones, and this is a really good one, 2005. Let's see here. Another great album from 2005, Silver Jews, Tanglewood Numbers. This is on Drag City. This is David Berman's comeback album. He had not made an album since 2000 or 2001, which was Bright Flight, and had been in the depths of drug addiction. You can find a lot about his story online, of course. But this is his comeback album after 5 or 6 years off the map. It's got a great band that features Stephen Malkmus and Bonnie Prince, Billy Will Oldham. Just a great lineup there. Great songs. It proves that Berman still had a lot of songs in him. Great opening tracks. Punks in the Beer Light. If you're looking for a place to again, the Silver Jews, that's a great song. Getting back into you. How Can I Love You If You Won't Lie Down? Sleeping Is the Only Love. Just Berman really has a great sense of hooks on this one. Really accessible. Great place to start for the Silver Jews. Okay, Animal Collective, Feels. This is of course on, I believe this is Fat Cat Records, and this was the first Animal Collective album I heard. A lot of people were introduced to them with Sun Tongs, but this was the first one for me. I was in college and heard the song Grass. That was the first Animal Collective song I heard, was the song Grass, and just really sucked me in. I'd never heard really anything like that, and A.B. Tears just screams over the drums, and Panda just hitting the drums so hard in that song. If you're familiar with that song, it really sucked me in. I've been a fan ever since. This is I don't know if this is Sun Tongs is probably a better album than this, and of course my favorite Animal Collective album is actually Strawberry Jam, which comes a little bit later, but this is a very solid offering, very good. A few more here. Fantastic album from 2005. I remember this when it came out. LCD Soundsystem self-titled debut. This is on, of course, DFA. This is the culmination of a lot of work leading up to this in the late 90s, early 2000s with James Murphy and the DFA producing, doing house parties, and this just this is the first thing, their debut album that they ever came out with. Yeah, so there you have it there. There's a version of this that has all their singles that came out before that has Losing My Edge. This is not the one. This is just the album from 2005. Of course, Daft Punk is Playing at My House. Probably the most memorable song from the album. This is LCD is a band, in my opinion, that got better over time. They were always good. Sound of Silver is a better album than this, and of course, and I even like This Is Happening quite a bit. I don't know if Sound of Silver is my favorite, but very strong debut from one of the best bands of the 2000s, in my opinion. Switching gears a little bit to some metal. I guess you could call it metal. Sun, Black One. This is from Southern Lord. This is the reissue, the Black Friday reissue for Record Store Day. I don't have an original. Of course, Southern Lord does a fantastic job on the packaging. This is just a fantastic album of the genre, as far as just so creepy. This sounds like the music for a haunted house if you were to go into it. Just a haunted house from hell. It's so scary. Great artwork. This is not something that I want to sit around and listen to every day, but if you're in the mood, there's really nothing better, and you've got to respect just the production and the musicianship on this. This is really maybe the best record of that genre, of that Southern Lord type drone genre. Two more. We'll go ahead and get this one. Some haters may hate this, but Kanye West, Late Registration. This was Kanye's, of course, second album, his best album at that point. Just Kanye really finding his voice. Just some great songs on here. Really growing a lot as an artist compared to his first album, College Dropout. Just a great classic hip-hop album, in my opinion. And lastly, I want to do this in 10 minutes, and I'm going to go a little bit over. Conor Oberst. Bright Eyes, of course, fronted by Conor Oberst, I'm Wide Awake It's Morning. Of course, Bright Eyes released 2 albums that year, I'm Wide Awake It's Morning and Digital Action and Digital Urn. In my opinion, the Bright Eyes project really peaked in the year 2005, and it's never really, in my opinion, been able to top those 2 records. He had some good records leading up to that, and there's been some memorable songs before that, but I think that was really his year. Having said that, I think this is a great album. I think this is Conor's best album. I don't know how well it's aged. I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a while. But there's just some great songs that make me nostalgic. Lua. Just a lot of great songs. Road to Joy, fantastic songs. I don't know how well they've aged, but I do remember this being one of the best albums that in the year 2005. That I really thought this guy was just a great songwriter. So yeah, there you have it. Gimme 10, and I might give a shot to do 2006 and just keep on this journey with Fred and Chris. So anyway, take care.